Hey, Eric.
Hey, Chris.
We're still in Meribia.
This time we're going to get out of Meribia, I think, maybe.
I want to get out of Meribia.
But it's a big city. We can have a big dream here. We can live here forever.
Would you like to hear some hot sounds I've recorded?
Get me out of here.
Get me out of this. Get me out.
I won't let you.
I won't let you!
Welcome to Retrograde Amnesia, a comprehensive podcast covering classic Japanese role-playing games chapter by chapter, beat by beat. Every city, every NPC, every dog in an alleyway, every cat who needs its teeth brushed, we will cover it. Hi, welcome to Season 7. We're covering Lunar the Silver Star. My name is Chris, and I'm joined, as always, by Eric. Hi.
Null's not a cat.
Yeah, but we might find a cat who needs its teeth brushed.
Yeah, okay.
Like you said, you brush your cat's teeth, right?
Attempt to, yeah.
Attempts? Yeah, they just run away.
No, they just bite, claw.
Just bite. Okay.
Yeah.
I like when like little tiny puppy dogs just bite the shit out of you, but it just feels like somebody's tickling you.
Yeah.
It's great. I love that feeling. We're also joined by the RealNet, a collective of wonderful wizards who are watching us record live on this podcast here on a secret video feed at patreon.com/retroam.
We're also joined by the Fake Net, our post-production intelligent artifice, who's running infinite simulations of the Pacific Theater of War in Iron Storm.
Initializing FakeNet.
Only the Sega Saturn has the power to accurately simulate World War II.
I thought that FakeNet was running intense simulations in the Theater of War in Pacific Tactical Operations.
PTO?
Yes.
The Super Nintendo and
Yes.
Sega Saturn?
Yes. Koei.
I mean, those are both strategy games, but, you know, I don't like strategy games, so I couldn't tell you what the difference was. It's no Bastille, Chris, I'll tell you that.
Man, Bastille's got some oomph.
It's got some cutscenes, I'll
It's
tell
got
you.
something behind it. There's something in there that I love. Are there any TurboGrafx CD Gundam games?
Fake Net.
Initializing FakeNet.
No, but there is a vertical shooter, God Panic, Shijo Saikyo Gundam, which has most of the same letters as Gundam.
If you go to patreon.com/retroam, actually, if you go to our YouTube channel, you can see some of it. There's some highlights of it.
Chris made a teaser.
Yes. We looked at some old TurboGrafx CD games.
Now we're all going to go come in a castle.
What would you say?
Mel's castle, his residence, his governor mansion.
Yeah, let's go there.
It's a sex party joke, Chris. You ever seen Eyes Wide Shut?
Yeah, not all of it, but I've seen pieces of it. I mean, I'm familiar.
Christmas movie.
Familiar with the concepts.
Music, Meribia plays, and this place has blue floors, a goddamn indoor fountain, tons of torchlit hallways, indoor potted plants, a pantry with bundles of red and yellow fruit and vegetables, goddamn full roast chicken on a kitchen island. Below the pantry, the kitchen staff has a barracks, including 6 beds and 2 chests of drawers. No toilets. Up top is a massive dining room table. To the extreme right is a staircase guarded by a spearman. Mel's residence is off-center at the north end.
Yeah, so, I mean, Mel is living well, right?
I mean, no one in Meribia is living in shabby conditions like those in Saith.
The only underclass here in Meribia is the underclass of another city.
Yeah.
The Black Rose Street people, right?
Isn't a fucking dock colony going to be seen here?
Yeah, that's true. Are we going to...
Wait, is this another one of our questions? Is there poverty in this game?
Are we going to see poverty? Like, 'cause I mean, like, Nash perceives the people of Berg and Saith to be in poverty, but they look like they're living okay.
Maybe, like, land gets a little dicey later, and maybe you can determine video game Lunar poverty by the amount of housed drunks.
Housed drunks?
Yeah.
So the less drunks in the street, the more...
The more that are just inside their house. Because there's a fucking guy passed out in the goddamn street in this city.
Yeah, it's true.
It doesn't happen a lot.
They haven't moved him out yet.
On PSP, Mel's house looks like it fell out of Termina in Chrono Cross. Smooth, rounded, white-painted walls, Viper Manor-ass interior. Oh my gosh, there's NPCs all throughout the house.
You know, it would have been nice if we had to sneak in here.
Oh, a sneaking mission?
Yeah.
A radical dream?
I know we're about to do a dungeon, but I feel like we could have needed to sneak in here.
Invasion would play?
Yes. The next question, does Lunar have any sneaking missions?
I don't think stealth was invented. Well, no, Metal Gear came out in 86.
It doesn't necessarily have to be a sneaking mechanically, but just something where we're sneaking into somewhere.
Yeah.
We'll see. Anyway, I talked to the first guard here. They look identical.
Yeah.
They've got pointy ears too, which I think implies they're from the demon realm.
to me with the red hair is like adult Christian coded.
Are pointy-eared people beast people?
I think they're elves. I mean, in this game?
Yeah.
I think so. It makes sense that Mel only trusts the beasts with the weapons.
Okay.
Think about it.
I'm thinking.
The humans work in the fucking kitchen. The beasts guard the manor.
Okay. Anyway, the first guard says, welcome to the entrance hall of Master Mel's mansion. Mel is the Grand Ruler of Meribia. Grand Ruler implies more of like I took this shit.
Yeah. Well, if you say Grand Ruler real fast, it kind of sounds like governor.
That's kind of funny, actually. I doubt that was on purpose, but it's kind of funny.
We did it. We're funnier than the game.
Yes, we did it. Congratulations. Feel free to explore the mansion, and don't be shy if you see Mel. He loves to talk. The last time I saw Mel, he was down in the conference room just down the hall.
My note here just says this entire fucking game loves to talk. What are you talking about?
That's true. The other one just tells us basically the same thing. Mel's friendly. Don't be rude. He finds rudeness intolerable. Master Mel is generous enough to share his time with you. You should be courteous to him and treat him with respect.
The intolerance to rudeness is something I never see tested in this game. Mel always seems jovial to see us.
Yeah, that's true.
In addition to being a real hard ass.
Where'd you go next?
The kitchen pantry area?
Same.
South Maid. When I say maid, I mean like maid coded. Looks like someone who works here, not someone who's relaxing or lives here.
Kitchen staff.
She wishes she had a third arm to keep up with all the cleaning. Nall thinks this lady's been sniffing the fumes for too long.
Sniffing fumes.
Chris,
have you
ever sniffed any effective fumes?
Did you say effective fumes?
Effective fumes.
Like
fumes that got you fucked up.
No, I never.
You ever done that duster?
Never did a whippets.
You ever done that nitrous?
No.
Whippets.
No, I never did that nitrous. The only way you can ever do nitrous is if you know a dentist that likes to party. Because dentists be partying.
We were eating dinner with one of Tiffany's older friends, and he said, come back to my car. And in his back seat, he had stolen a nitrous tank from a dentist.
Oh. Well, the dentist
He was doing whippets.
Yeah, basically.
It was a big tank that took up his entire back seat.
Well, just that shit flammable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it in my car.
No, you shouldn't put it in an internal combustion vehicle. Okay, she also says it's not as busy around here as it was when Jessica lived at home. And my question for you, with all these servants, all these guards, is Mel the only person who lives here?
Mel and Jessica are the only ones that have rooms here, I think.
Yeah. I mean, there's a gym in the basement, a sparring area, so perhaps there could be some people tending to the soldiers there. However, this is a lot of waitstaff for a guy.
That's true. He's just trying to keep his people employed.
Okay, no, that's a good point. You can turn a positive into a negative into a positive. Good job, Chris.
I guess.
The next maid in the pantry, the one on top.
Yeah, she said that Master Mel sent Jessica to the shrine to become a priestess. But I doubt that spoiled brat takes her studies seriously. She hasn't had to work for anything her entire life. Why should she start now? Jessica's not meant to be a priestess. She's meant to live off Master Mel's riches.
So all of the women here who talk about Jessica hate Jessica, and all of the men who work here would like to sleep with Jessica.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Do people, humans, and beast people...
Interspecies erotica?
Yes. Do they? Yes.
I think so.
Okay.
I think if there's an orifice and something that fits, you can get it done.
Can they reproduce?
Oh, that's a great question.
Are there half beastmen?
Doesn't the existence of beastmen imply that there's been some reproduction?
Amongst themselves, but...
FakeNet, how are beastmen made?
Initializing FakeNet.
I only have lore from Warhammer, but the beastmen were born from mutant men and beasts twisted by the magical energies of chaos that flooded into the known world due to the destruction of the polar warp gates in the Great Catastrophe.
Because you would think that, maybe they're just different, they're the same species of creature. Beastmen and humans, they're just different.
Like a Cro-Magnon, like a Neanderthal and human type thing? Like we did before we fucking killed them, we fucked the Neanderthals, right? Do those make hybrids? Can we do that? Maybe you could... God damn, I forgot.
You can make like a liger.
Out of humans? Well, then where's all the fucking...
No. I'm just saying, there is cross-species breeding.
You can do a mule. Yeah, I understand. Yes. But, I don't know if that works for sapiens. I'm too uneducated. I'm too in the unknown about the different species of humanoids we've vanquished with our immense brains and power.
I want to get out of this conversation now.
You brought it up, dude.
I know, and I regret it. Every fucking minute of it.
Chris is talking about skull measuring again.
Yeah.
Wizard man, red sash, blue pants in the pantry.
Why is there a wizard in the pantry?
You need one in the house to help heat the food.
Okay.
What's that? No, we're not having a party. All this is for Master Mel. His appetite is almost as legendary as his strength. In his prime, Master Mel would have eaten twice as much, but now he's counting his calories at the request of Miss Jessica.
Blah. Okay.
This
Good.
information is impressive to Null.
Yeah. Master Mel became Null's favorite of the 4 heroes.
Loves
because
eating food.
He can eat a lot, which I get it. Like, I like Goku because Goku eats a lot of food.
Yeah, I eat a lot of food. You like me.
Yeah, for the most part.
Purple hair guy next to the bunk beds.
There's bunk beds?
I guess I...
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're right. This really is a kitchen barracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy says, Mel is a great boss and a great guy, but it hasn't always been that way. He was a fearsome pirate and fearsome warrior known only as Hell Mel. Hard to believe, isn't it? There was a time when the name Hell Mel caused all of Meribia to tremble.
Can you call anyone else Hell noun without it being like a rhyme? Like Hell Derek?
Hell Steve?
Hell Carl?
No, only a cat.
Okay.
Hellcat.
That's a good point. Hell Boy?
Hell Boy, yeah, cats and boys. Hell Dog doesn't work, you have to say Hellhound.
Yeah, Hellhound.
Hellhound.
Yes, Rob Zombie.
Okay. Mel's wife was the daughter of an aristocrat who lived here in Meribia. After a secret romance with Mel, who was still a pirate captain at the time they tied the knot, it was so romantic, I hope I find my true love someday.
Jessica conceived out of wedlock.
Yes, and was her mother a beast person, or was she just a person?
Aristocrat is all we've got. Do you think they would have elevated the beast race to aristocratism?
No, not based on what we know about there
aristocracy?
being a race war at some point, right?
No, yeah, that wouldn't be okay
so
at all.
Jessica is confirmed, at least from our headcanon, a confirmed half-beast person.
Yeah, theoretically, maybe.
Yes.
Anyway, Luna thinks all of us have a romantic dream to find true love.
Yep.
And I'll notice Alex's face is all red, and he asks if Alex is feeling okay. Chris, is Alex okay, or is it not okay to want to fuck your stepsister?
Alex is not okay.
Alex is not okay right now.
No.
A lot going on for this young man.
Yeah, he's having some conflicted feelings.
More information. Mel's wife was so beautiful, you couldn't look at her and not be captivated. And her daughter is just as beautiful, if not more so. Older maid, blue hair, dining room. This is like she's older coded. She's like alone in the dining room.
Okay. Yeah, got her.
Master Mel doesn't know his daughter is a total tomboy. Whenever he's around, she puts on her innocent little girl act. She may not act like a lady, but boys still swarm to Jessica like flies to honey.
Good. Nal's ready to meet this girl, by the way.
Yeah, well, we got a while. Finally, we go to Mel's office, which I think when we walk by, aren't we like magnetized in there? Like we can't explore more of the mansion?
The dojo is blocked off at this point.
Okay,
in
that's
time,
it.
So.
All right.
This is Mel's, the guy outside says, this is Mel's conference room. The master's door is open. All go on inside. Master Mel is never too busy to speak with the visitors. Trust me.
That's why there's the more things like the Mel's mansion's always open for the public.
That's correct.
I enter and find an office-ass office. Big long desk with books on it, 2 stacked bookshelves, tons of windows. Gold bird-type logo emblazoned on red carpet, 2 trident candelabras with candles. A caped Mel is standing behind the desk, seemingly with nothing to do at his job.
Did you note the crest on the carpet? It's like a phoenix-looking thing.
I said gold bird-type logo.
Oh, gold bird types are phoenix types. Thank you. Just making sure.
On Sega CD, Mel's house is dark and dreary, though you can still see some proto-versions of the staff bunk, the pantry, and an even more office-ass office for Mel. He's surrounded in this version by desks, which is hilarious.
That is weird.
Mel's assistant on Sega CD has the weirdest accent I've ever seen. Since the Masta's wife is pahast away, he's dohated on his precious Jessica, Rahali. His life revolves around her.
Okay.
Just extra H's all over the place.
All right. Thanks, Victor.
I hate bonus H's. Speaking to Mel reveals what?
Anime.
We open on a shot of a man's hips. His bald fists rest on the side, making the threatening triangle pattern. My guy has a blue waistband, a blouse pulled together by strings, which is pirate apparel, and a red scarf type deal. An axe is mounted on the wall behind his head. His face carries the stern look of when I used to piss my dad off. He introduces himself as the governor of Meribia. He says,
I'm Meldial Kirk, governor of Meribia. Since you're new here, I'll warn ya. If you dare to make any sort of trouble in my town, I'll pop your tiny little heads off your twiggy little necks and mount them on me trophy wall.
Mel's eyes then flash with psychotic light. But then a moment later, Mel erupts in laughter. Fade to black. But Chris, he says the same twig poppin' line on PSP, but it's slightly different. Let's hear that one.
I am Melda Alker, governor of Meribia. I've not seen the likes of ye before. You better listen and listen well, because I'm only gonna tell you this once. If you dare make trouble in me city, I'll pop your heads off your twiggy little necks and mount them on me trophy wall.
In the PSP and in all versions across all the multiverses, is Mel pretty much a blah ha 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 guy,
A laughing old man?
or a ho 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 guy?
I think he's more of a blah ha ha.
But he does throw some ho ho ho's in there.
People contain multitudes.
Yes,
They're
yes.
dynamic beings. On Sega CD, there's no voice. You just get the bitmap cutscene and that intro character jingle. Chris,
I love that jingle, by the way. It's so good.
you got anything? Yeah, it's great. You got anything from the villains? Have a different one. You have anything from the strategy guide or the manual about Mel?
Mel has gotten a alliterative title in the strategy guide as well. He is the reformed rascal.
I've gone with Rapscallion, but
Yeah, pretty good. He's more of a rascal than a rapscallion, I think. As the leader of Meribia, Master Mel has earned the respect and loyalty of the townsfolk. He is known for his ferocious fighting style, which earned him the nickname Hell Mel. After life in the spotlight as one of the four heroes, Mel settled down and fathered a daughter by the name of Jessica. Jessica is Mel's pride and joy, his life.
Chris Hellmel is voiced by Keith Lack.
Keith.
Keith was obviously Muttonhead in Popful Mail, the narrator in Vi, Rafara in Magic Knight Rayearth, and Zohar Sandlafon in Silhouette Mirage. And no, I did not make that name up.
I thought you were about to say Zohar Sandalphon.
Zohar Sandalphon.
I thought you were going to say Zohar Sandalphon from Pumpkin Scissors.
Oh, no.
I thought you were going to make that shit up. Yeah.
No, I only get one Pumpkin Scissors made up shit per season.
Per season? Wow, okay.
For Harmony, we already did this. It's Christopher Corey Smith, a.k.a. Kevin Winnicott in Xenos Saga Episode 2.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, the Emperor in the original City of Final Fantasy. Everybody knew that.
Yeah.
Anything else from the guide about Mr. Mel? Excuse me, Hell Mel.
No, that's it.
Well, then back in the game, Null screams, "You scared the heck out of me, old man. I thought my heart was going to pop." Nell laughs. He tells us not to be scared. He was just fooling with us. He asks us what brings us here. Null tells him that Alex, he's going to become the next Dragon Master. So he came here to pay his respect to one of the four heroes. Mel loves this shit. He says, "I see we have a future Dragon Master in our midst. Ho, 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 that's right.
Ooh.
I like a lad with ambition. There aren't enough of ya around anymore. So, Alex, let's find out how serious yar." He's not as, pirate languaged as the captain of the Española, but there are some pirate-isms in his voice.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes he's dipping into Scottish territory, too.
I do get some Scottishness as well.
Yeah.
In there.
Everyone looks around like a bunch of stumblebutts. Null tells Alex that he'll be smushed like a grape. Mel retorts, "Then we'll have some wine."
I don't understand what's happening right now.
I think Mel, what? He's
I
gonna
know it's going to happen in a second, but I thought I was like, what the fuck? He's going to kill me? What do you mean? Because the smush like a grape line just comes out like, what?
He says, "So Alex, let's find out how serious you are." So I guess the implication is let's see how good of a fighter you are.
Oh.
But it is kind of strange. Then Mel seemingly grabs Alex and drags him off screen. Null and Luna glance at one another and then scurry behind.
Fade to black.
Now we are in Mel's dojo.
They call this the gym and the arena later in the game.
Okay, well, it looks like a dojo.
It is
to
a
me.
dojo.
Yes. It's got a wooden floorboard, weapons on the walls, racks of wooden swords. They all make this place perfect, I think. It's like a really great looking scene.
Did you notice the posters with the Lunar alphabet in the background?
No, that's cool too.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have just sent us to a room.
Yeah, it could have just been
Or
another...
just gone straight into a battle, but they made a whole
Shit
ass
room.
dojo, and I love it.
Mel speaks first. "If you see a weakness in my defense, take advantage of it. Don't go easy on me, lad, because I won't go easy on you. Bwah ha ha," which, as we said, joins the ho ho ho.
Yes.
Alex's sprite looks back at Luna and Null and then moves toward Mel. Music. Stand and fight plays. We're on the battle screen. We're 1v1ing Mel. No items. Final destination.
Yep.
I used Vigor once and then Sword Dance. My only move worth a shit. Mel's sprite has Punch-Out scale. He's 2.5x Alex's size.
Yeah.
Mel kills me in 4 hits. He says it's a dead man's party.
You can win this shit,
You get 100 experience points.
but you don't have to win this shit. Yeah. Afterwards,
Did you win this shit?
no. The guy does say that Mel will give you some additional dialogue if you win, like just acknowledging your victory. But when you lose, Mel says, "Not bad, Alex. You need more training. You have plenty of potential." Mel says, "Potential?" Alex already met with Quark and finished the first dragon trial.
Look, all we had to do is trick some Yetis.
Yeah, that's all we have to do. Just get him to break some ice, take a ring to a dragon, take his poop, leave. Mel says, Quarkad, well done, lad. You might well be the next Dragon Master after all, but I'll still be able to kick your scurvy hide, ho ho ho. Then we auto-teleport back to Mel's desk.
Yeah.
Speak with him, he says, you know, lad, I've got a daughter not much older than you. Null confirms that her name is Jessica. Mel confirms and says, the girl's got a heart of gold and a soul to match. And Null,
He gets cute.
coming in with a zinger. So you're saying she's adopted. Mel doesn't really get the joke and he just moves on.
I just think he pretends not to hear Null so as not to punch him through the wall.
So he doesn't have to bite his fucking ear off. Mel continues, he says, she's at Althena's shrine learning to be a priestess, and she'll be a great one. You should meet her sometime. I think she'd like you as much as I do, but you're going to have to grow up before I let you marry her, lad. Blah, 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 blah. Null says, I don't know, Alex. I think she's just as scary as her father. If you're going to be a Dragon Master, lad, you have to meet all the dragons. I don't know much about where to find them, but my good friend Galleon would. He lives in Vane. Speak again, he says, you've made my day, lad. I was starting to think that I might be the last brave man in the world. I wish you good fortune on your journeys, Alex.
Do you think Alex has been, I don't know if fetishizing is the right word, but like sub-worshipping the remaining 4 heroes on like a level 2 or 3 below how he thinks about dying all the time? Like, is he blowing his load in his mind right now with this, getting his ass kicked by Hellmill?
Oh, meeting all his heroes and stuff like that.
His 4 heroes.
Probably, yeah. It's like he's there. Do you think that there were 4 heroes comic books that Alex read when he was growing up?
There had to be. It's the only like folk tale of this world.
Yeah. That's it. That's all I've got.
None of this fighting Mel shit happens in the Sega CD original. After Mel's intro, it's just a small conversation.
Mm-hmm.
In that version, Mel talks a lot about Jessica and says "ya" like he's from Minnesota.
Yeah.
He tells us, the man Jessica chooses to marry better be a brave soul. I won't be allowing any wimpy lawyer or accountant types to take her hand. We can now go upstairs. The guard is standing aside. I think it's actually downstairs.
Yeah. You can also speak with his attendant on the way out, and he says, it's different dialogue now. He says, ever since his wife passed away, Master Mel has been very protective of his daughter. Jessica knows how much he loves her, but she still gets frustrated with him. And then, he lets us pass. The guard lets us pass to the dojo. And when you speak with him, he tells us we can pass. He says both Mel and Jessica's bedrooms are located upstairs. For some reason, Luna says, did you hear that, Null? And Null, in all caps, says, hear what? You're going to have to speak up, Luna.
It's a good caps lock joke.
I don't know what they're saying.
He's trying to embarrass her because he tells us to be quiet. So Null is deliberately yelling to disobey the order of the guard.
Okay, sorry.
It's a very hilarious joke, Chris.
Yes,
I'm surprised you didn't laugh your ass off at that.
Yeah. Luna says she doesn't know how Alex puts up with Null.
You talk to him again. He says, are you going upstairs? We have a very strict policy against loitering.
That's kind of funny.
It's all right. Upstairs, you want to go?
Yeah, let's go.
It's a bedroom-esque bedroom. A hallway surrounds all 4 sides. Jessica's bedroom has pink carpet, a white wooden closet, a vanity with a mirror and pink bed sheets, and a desk with an open diary. It's also got a blue stuffed something and a pink rabbit. They're on a shelf next to her desk. Mel's bedroom has blue carpet, 2 bookshelves, a desk with 2 open books, and a bed with blue and green sheets. Chris, you walk into somebody's room. You see not 1 book open, 2. What's that tell you? Are they dual reading?
Maybe one's fiction, one's nonfiction. They got the dual things going on.
Yeah, because like they're not closed with bookmarks. These are both actively being read.
What if one of them is like a reference material? Like it's,
The Art of War and also War and Peace.
Yes. Well done. People up here?
Some guards.
Yeah.
Top right guard, red hair.
Do you have to have red hair to be a guard here, I guess?
I think so. Red hair and pointy ears. Isn't this cute? A boy and his monster. Null replies, I like monster. I really like monster.
That one got me.
Null replies that he's not a monster, but he can bite like one. So I don't care what you are. Just keep the noise down or I'll have to put you down. Very nice thing for a guard holding an M16 to say. Bottom right guard, gold helmet, blue shirt. Oh, gosh. Jessica becomes more beautiful every day, and she looks more and more like her mother. I can't imagine what Mel must feel every time he sees her. I once heard Mel say that his daughter was his most precious treasure of all.
That cannot be stolen.
That's not that creepy. He's not implying like Mel is attracted to his daughter, that Jessica just looks like her mom, so Mel must miss his dead wife more.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going for.
Okay.
I hope that's what they're going for.
Okay, well, hope in one hand, shit in the other, etc. Bottom left guard, gold helmet, blue shirt. Some people accuse Jessica of being spoiled, but she always has kind words to the guards. Anyone who thinks Jessica is spoiled obviously doesn't know what she's really like. Finally, the top left guard, red hair. When Jessica was here, this was a dream job, and now I'm forced to ogle maids all day.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She can't get back from that cursed shrine soon enough. When Jessica returns from her studies, I'm going to be assigned to guard her bedroom. Life doesn't get any better than this. Chris, can life get any better than that?
Yes.
I think so, too.
I think so, too.
I think so, too.
The most generous read I can get is that's a more cushy job because Jessica maybe stays out of trouble. And he's not as responsible for... I don't know. How do you read that?
I think he just wants to look at Jessica.
Okay.
Null says, isn't he holding on to his sword just a bit tight?
Oh, okay. So when he's talking about it, he's like getting a good grip.
Yeah.
Having to hold on to reality real quick.
Maybe he's just really gung-ho to do his job.
Okay, we'll go with that reading.
I mean, that could be it, right?
Yeah. Try to go to Mel's room?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Null says the only way we'll get through this door is with a battering ram or a credit card. Have you ever broken into a door with a credit card?
I think I tried one. Actually, I may have. Yeah. Like getting locked out of my parents' house or something. Like
to get a credit card in there and slide the thing over.
I may have at least tried. I don't know if I did it.
I get locked out of my office at work a lot, and there's one girl that, because I leave the fucking keys in there all the time.
Yeah.
And there's one girl I have to get to, a lady I can get to, I give her my credit card, and it takes her 10 seconds.
Wow.
It's really good.
Good for her. I'm proud of her. Did you try to go in Jessica's room?
Yeah, how'd that go?
Not great.
This door is locked tighter than a tenement building in South Central, is what Null says.
Are we supposed to... What? South Central, it's L.A., right?
I believe so. Tenement building is usually lower income housing.
Yeah, Section 8 kind of housing, like public housing.
Yeah.
Why is it locked so tight?
Because you've evicted the tenants and you can't let them back in to get their stuff. I don't know, it's the best I got.
You can't, but can you...
I learned the word tenement from the Ghostbusters 2 video game where the first level was called Tenements.
Oh, I had to look it up here because I didn't know what it was.
Nice.
I knew what South Central was. At least I'd heard of it. So I still don't get the joke. Like, why is it locked? Why is the building locked so tightly in South Central?
Fake net, what's that mean?
Initializing fake net.
Tenements are often associated with New York City and don't appear to have had a presence in Los Angeles since World War II. As for the metaphor, I don't know. Racism.
I'm trying to figure out if this is a racist joke.
I mean, we already know now because the fake net just told us, and the bit is we have to understand what she just said, even though we won't hear it for days from now.
Okay.
So delayed scrotal, or what do you want to do there?
Oh, that's a scrotal.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's a reference to an American city in the 90s. Shut the fuck up, Victor.
Check this out.
I think that's 13. Good God. All right.
Sparring room, gym, dojo, arena.
Jim's dojo. Yeah.
There's a subsection of this place that we didn't see the first time. It's off to the left. The main floor is filled with sprites in the midst of battle. There's also a door down here that is going to go to the sewers later in this game. Let's talk to some NPCs.
Yes. First one I spoke with was the guy standing near the door on the upper left-hand side, the guard.
Blue shirt, gold hat.
Helmet. He says, I saw you fight Master Mel. You're not bad for a child. Of course, Mel wasn't fighting for real, or he would have left a dent in your skull. Don't believe me? Take a close look at my head.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
I kind of like that one, too. Alex, if he's that strong without even trying. Hey, incredible, isn't it? Meribia will never be in danger with Mel watching over it. The exercise I dread is when we all attack the Master at once. I always wake up with bruises on top of bruises.
But they're signing up for this, right? Like, that's not abusing your employees if you beat the shit out of them in training.
Unless there's conscripted soldiers, but
the rules are kind of lax.
Yeah.
And also don't exist.
I don't think there are any laws in Meribia.
I don't think so either. I think it's just rule by fear.
Yes, exactly. It's rule by fear. Because, I mean, like, Dross is allowed to get away with his shit.
Not for much longer. We're going to clean up the streets on that one.
Yeah, that's true.
Red-haired guard in the pit.
Yep.
And wonders if we're new recruits, wonders why we don't have armor, and screams at us to move it. Null asks this man to aim that baritone somewhere else. We're not soldiers. Soldier apologizes, telling us this is Master Mel's indoor gym. Members of the Merbian army come here to learn the art of hand-to-hand combat, and new recruits come here to discover just how much they have to learn. Okay. The guy guarding the sewers, he says we can't use it as an escape route.
Nope, not yet.
Gold helmet, blue shirt on top of the sparring zone.
Yeah, he says, step it up, maggots. You're a disgrace to your parents and your city. You make me want to puke. Don't get distracted by our guests, maggots. Keep your eyes on your opponent.
I assume that's a riff on Arlie Ermy in Full Metal Jacket.
And the first and last words out of your filthy sewers will be, sir. Do you maggots understand that? Sir, yes, sir. Bullshit, I can't hear you. Sound off like you got a pair.
The just aggressive, mouthy drill sergeant.
Yeah, the drill sergeant guy.
Which he also reprised in Toy Story.
Yeah.
And I was looking up to see if this exact quote was in Full Metal Jacket, and we're the same age as he was in that movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good.
I had one of those like revolving existential crisis moments of
Yes.
fuck.
It's happening. Purple hair guy?
Yeah.
Sparring? He says, wah, hiya. If I make it through training, I'll fulfill my dream. Nall says of becoming a soldier? No, man. Sneak. The man.
Do you say man?
Yes. No, man. Ellipsis. Sneaking into Jessica de Alkirk's room and rummaging through her underwear drawer. Nall then says, don't ask, don't tell.
Chris, what's don't ask, don't tell?
To the best of my recollection, don't ask, don't tell was a policy of the U.S. military during the Clinton administration, in which if you were a gay person, that you don't tell anybody that you're gay, and
they also won't ask
they
you
won't
if you're gay.
ask you, because that gay, quote unquote, gays in the military was like a subject on the evening news at that point in time.
Well, I could be wrong, but I was under the impression that if you were gay in the military, before that you would just be kicked out of the military. But they, in the lax Clinton years, I don't know if it was a Clinton policy or not. I think it was Clinton. But if you just didn't say anything, didn't do any gay stuff, and they didn't ask if you were gay, it would be fine.
Yeah, it was
like you wouldn't get kicked out. It's like a patch.
Yes, you're right. It was a patch. It was like a half step towards there being just anybody can join the military, right?
Yeah.
But it's a scrotal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Check this out.
14.
Top right fighter, blue hair, green shirt. My sparring partner has been talking about working for Jessica all day, and I keep slipping on the drool coming out of his mouth. It's not fair. Nall replies, war is hell.
War is hell.
War is hell.
That's kind of funny.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Bottom right soldier.
Yep.
Come on, wimps. Doesn't anyone have the guts to challenge me? Nall suggests that Alex can take him, and the guard, realizing Alex fought Master Mel, starts complaining about his ingrown toenail. He says, I'm just observing sparring matches. There's a guy running circles around another guy.
In the green cape?
Yeah.
He says, I don't think the soldier gig is for me, man. I'm sticking to living in my parents' basement.
I was hoping that was Brett. It's Brett. It's the exact same sprite, but it's not actual Brett. Actual Brett's in Dross's fucking basement. The guy running says, get out of my way. I got to beat the tar out of this guy. And finally, there's a boy with green hair, purple cloak on the bottom right of the screen. Says, I want to fight too. Come here and let me punch you. Hi-ya. Nall wants to give this kid one quick swat to the head, and he says, Mommy, I'm sleepy. I want my wooby.
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 What is that?
I'm assuming that wooby is a term for a pacifier or a blankie.
Fignet, what's a wooby?
Or a toy.
What's a wooby?
What's a wooby?
Initializing fakenet.
A wooby is a military-grade poncho liner that was first used by the U.S. military in the Vietnam War. The term wooby is thought to come from the name of a security blanket in the 1983 movie Mr. Mom.
You and I have to have a man-to-man talk here about your whoopee. Your whoopee's looking bad, bud.
Interesting. My binky. All right, now let's go back to Walmart to check on Ramus.
Walmarket?
I said Walmart, but Walmart works
yeah,
too.
I say all this,
Yes.
all of the above.
Yes.
Music, Have a Big Dream plays.
Oh, God, I'm finally having a big dream again. My big dream is to have a podcast.
We did it. We've achieved our big dream. Open your eyes, Chris.
Oh, my God.
You did it. We have a podcast.
Okay, I want a podcast with
a Vagrant Story miniseason coming soon.
10 million subscribers.
Oh, that's a lot, Chris. I'm not sure if our niche is quite that large.
10,000. 10,000. Let's get to 10,000. Ramus in here be haggling with this guy, right?
He's in mid-argument.
Yes, you don't understand. This is a Dragon Diamond freshly minted from Quark's Mighty Keister. Mighty Keister, okay. I like it. Mighty Keister, great. Mighty Keister, wonderful.
It's fine.
He doesn't give away these things just to anyone, you know.
Can I non-sequitur real quick? I think 3 episodes ago we had mention of the word keel haul.
Keel haul, yeah, like it's dragging your ass under the boat or something like that?
That was used as an attack in Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, by the guy who wears 2 coats, like the main villain in Hawaii.
The guy with the,
the crowbar.
Yeah, I love that guy.
He has a move called keel haul, and I was like, I know that from the Lunar video game.
I think he's my favorite character in that game.
It's pretty good. Anyway, Dross replies.
Yeah, Dross is having a hard time believing any of this shit, by the way.
Of course.
How am I supposed to know this is a genuine Dragon Diamond? We've had a devil of a time with Dragon Zirconium lately.
Uh-oh.
Ugh. It seems like we've got a fool in here every day now claiming to have a genuine Dragon Diamond, but I will admit this is the most beautiful gemstone I've ever seen. The most righteous gemstone.
Of course, a wonderful television show featuring Walton Goggins. As a consumer of various children's programming like Nickelodeon, I have memories of like cubic zirconia being a huge thing for fake diamond replacements, like a lot of plot lines that like sitcoms guys proposed with fake diamonds instead of real ones, and the lady would always get really mad.
Yeah.
She found out the diamond was fake. Like this happened all the fucking time.
I think it happened in sitcoms too.
Yeah, sitcoms, cartoons,
yeah.
all kinds of shit. Cubic zirconium was a fucking joke.
Yes. It was a joke all over the place. I don't think it's an intrusive enough joke to do this as a scrotal or anything.
It's fine.
But it works, I guess. It worked, maybe. The deeper we get into this game, the more I know that I'm going to have to play the remaster immediately because I need to know how they addressed all these things.
I think it's going to be that PSP script.
I bet it will be, but I just...
Though if they change like 1 or 5 more things again,
yeah,
this podcast will immediately be obsolete.
Ramus notices Alex. Hey, Alex! Did you meet with Master Mel? I'm still negotiating with this guy to buy the diamond, but I might have to settle for a lot less money than it's worth. I'm sorry. Dross says, like I've been telling you, young man, this is a wonderful stone, but the dragon diamonds? Sorry, no. No one even knows where to find the dragons anymore, much less how to get diamonds from them.
Nobody believes a bunch of kids traveling across the sea, Chris.
Yeah, only one of them has a sword, sort of.
I gave Ramus one.
That's true. Ramus is all right. How much will he give us for it? Dross says that diamond of this caliber, he'll give us 20,000 silver pieces for it, and that is his one and only
It's more money than I got, dude.
I'm saying. Ramus asks Alex for advice here, and we get 2 choices.
One is, of course, we'll take it, which on PSP was changed to, I think you've got yourself a deal.
Mm-hmm.
The other choice is, I think we can still get more, which on PSP was changed to, up the buying price or no deal.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it, take that paper.
I said, of course, we'll take it.
On Sega CD, there is no Ramus negotiation. We go into our menu and sell it to him like we're selling regular shit at a regular store. He gives us 4,000 S for it.
Oh, weird. If you do tell him you'll take it in the PlayStation version, he says that he'll go in the back and get your money, and then you'll hand over the diamond, and he says he'll put it in his safe.
He says, wait here, please.
Yes, if you say, I think we can get more, he'll say, is that right, young man? Well, you're welcome to look around, but you're not going to find a store that can offer half as much as me. I'm the richest jeweler in Meribia. Then he heads out the back.
Damn.
The point being is that no matter what you pick, the result is the same.
Luna Sprite is the one that walks around and twirls the most while we're trying to wait to pass the time.
Oh, really?
Like she's pensive about it. As Chris almost said, Nall doesn't realize it took that long to count 20,000 silver. Maybe it's too heavy for him to carry all at once. The gang waits around longer, and Nall notices that shit is fucked. Nall flies over to the doorway and says Dross's name. But then Nall dramatically turns around and says, Alex, Ramus, Dross is gone. And so is the Dragon Diamond. We've been had.
For some reason, the phrase "we've been had" always makes me laugh.
It's pretty good.
I don't know why.
It's like
so
slightly
much.
out of our time.
Yes.
Only applied to cartoons and stuff like that. Nall then corners the assistant, the lady with brown hair, who just came here with us from Safe. She squeals, please don't hurt me. I just started working here. I don't know anything. I don't know anyone. Why don't you go talk to Master Mel? Maybe he could help you. Because we've been told that Mel wants to clean up all the riffraff.
Yeah, but
So
he
I'm
only
like-
wants to clean up the streets, not the sewers.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just figured that we could like get a fourth hero on our team to just beat the shit out of this guy. Like he just beat the shit out of, like I thought that's what was being telegraphed. It's like Mel beat us up. Let's go get Mel to beat this guy up, and like Mel will like don us as constables or some shit.
Yes. Deputize us. Ramus claims this is all his fault. He says he should have known Dross was a con from the start. I got cocky because I was able to catch Brett. I'm so sorry.
We party up and we're off.
We are heading out into the back room. I hope that you brought some weapons and starlights and cranberries. Or
Healing nuts.
Healing nuts.
Healing nuts.
Talk to the assistant first.
Oh, no, I didn't.
I'm not sure what's taking Dross so long. I'm not supposed to leave the counter without permission.
I don't know what's happening here.
The NPC with the blue hair in the back, the guy that was going to sell his diamond, he says, I definitely won't be buying anything here until I figure out what the hell's going on.
What the hell?
What the hell?
Chris, before we go down that dungeon, before it's time to sewer, do you want to go talk to Mel and see if anything else has changed around Meribia?
Oh, yeah, I do. I hope that you did, because I didn't.
I did. There's a lot of stuff.
No shit.
No shit intended.
Fuck.
Well, let's talk to some outside NPCs. A guy with green hair right outside of Dross's shop. He says, what? Dross stole the diamond from you. That guy's been a crook from the start. Why don't you tell Master Mel? I'm sure he can help you out. So you didn't go tell Mel about this shit at all?
No.
Oh, man. The kid with purple hair by the vendor stall near Dross's shop. He asked about Black Rose Street if there's any toy stores.
Nope.
Nall replies, no toys, kid. Just a lot of really cool magicians. The kid confirms that's no fun, just like Mom told me. Chris, you should always listen to your mother.
Agree, I think.
The guy by the goddess statue, he's like, your diamond was stolen? What a bad thing to happen. But happens all the time in Meribia, you know. there was a typo. He said, instead of, but that happens, he just said, but happens all the time in Meribia.
Well, that was the same guy I think that we talked to earlier when we first got to Meribia who had like a weird accent.
Okay, so this is another weird accent man being... There's a guy in fucking Nanza who does shit like this and it drives me insane. I am hearing many rumors of a town with only thieves living inside of it. They took your diamond, maybe. I would not want to live in a town with only thieves. I would have very hard time trusting anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Went to Black Rose Street.
You did?
Yeah. The blonde lady with the blue robe, she says, have you heard of the Magic Emperor? They say he's trying to take over the world. What a crock of crud. It's just silly talk from a silly guy with an ego problem. Is that true?
Silly guy. So there are these rumors of the Magic Emperor who is trying to take over the world, but I don't know what he's the emperor of.
This is our first Magic Emperor name drop, right?
I think somebody on the Black Rose Street mentioned him before. Yeah, but like there's no great context to it because we're not, like I said before, Emperor implies empire, and we've heard of no empire. We've heard of the Vile Tribe. We have
the Vile Frontier as well. The Frontier could be an empire by some other names.
I don't think a frontier can be an empire.
Fignet, can a frontier be an empire?
Initializing fakenet.
No. A frontier itself cannot be considered an empire. A frontier is simply a border or dividing line between different territories, while an empire is a large political entity that rules over a vast territory, often encompassing diverse peoples and cultures, which implies a much larger scale than just a border region.
I would think that you have to conquer the frontier and then make it your empire.
That's why you're not an emperor.
It's true.
They continue, even if this magic emperor has any real power, the magicians of Vane will be able to handle him. Person with blue hair and a blue cape, you had a diamond stolen from you? I'm sure one of the magicians here could have helped you retrieve it, but their services don't come cheap, and you children don't especially look like you could afford them. She'll tell us that she can't help, but the magicians at the Black Rose Street don't do anything for charity, it's all business. Finally, the guy in front of the weapon shop, our meteorologist, new prediction. He throws something, and then he says it was his shoe. He says, all right, the shoe landed upside down. The eastern side of the Katarina zone will be rainy today. Royce's fortune-telling shop.
Oh.
Empty. No Royce, no Nash.
Suspicious.
I go to Mel's mansion.
Yeah?
The guard by the entrance recommends Mel's advice should be taken with a grain of salt.
Salt.
Since most of it involves ramming a man through the stomach with a sword.
Yeah, I can see that.
And he tells us to report all crimes to Mel. So I'm like, we're going to get Mel to come take care of this shit. Goddamn. Mm-hmm. I hit up Mel, and he wants to know what's on your mind. Ramus immediately narcs on Dross, and Mel has a response. If I've said it once, I've said it 100 times. That Dross is a crook, but it's your fault too. You can't just hand over a valuable jewel like that. Since you're trying to become adventurers, I think I'll let you solve this on your own. Test your strength, but trust your heart, lad. All you can truly rely on is yourself. Bootstraps.
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 Individualism. The rejection of collectivism. I mean, there is no collectivism in this world, I don't think, because like every city is like basically a city-state, right? So there's no collective government, is there? There's no king.
The shrine in Vane are kind of in this, well, I guess, yeah, no, you're right.
Does Vane have any sort of like,
governance powers over the lesser?
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't think they do.
Mel mentioned a Merbian army. Vane has their own magic guild army, so you're right. I think it is just fucking various city-states defending floating island territory.
Very interesting. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think that we go meet a king or a ruler at any point.
There's a magic emperor.
So that's what the magic emperor wants. He's
world domination.
He wants to, well, if he becomes the emperor of magic, like of the magic guild, then he can turn everything into an empire.
That's right, through magic.
But I don't think he can call himself the magic emperor until he actually does that. So he's just magic to me.
Okay, we'll call him Magic from now on.
Magic guy.
Magic Johnson. Anyway, Mel will go on to wonder, this is pretty funny, what kind of adventurer Alex wants to be if he's already asking for a bailout.
Pretty good call. Let's go to the sewers.
I head back to the door. Music Merbian Sewers plays on Sega CD. Fucking actual Brett is back here. He says, I've been scoping out Dross's store for weeks, coming up with the perfect plan to rob him blind. How the fuck long have we been here?
We don't sleep at inns, so we can't, there's no...
Time cannot be measured.
There's no, it's strange.
Then
I didn't know this was Brett. I thought it was just a guy.
It's gotta be Brett, right? Brett's here to scam people, and he's already left the Seagull Tavern, right?
Okay, he could be Brett.
Then I stumbled upon the secret passage in the sewers. I decided today was the day to pull the job, so I hid here and waited. Then Dross runs past me, clutching the biggest diamond I've ever seen. I had a sewage worker alibi ready, but he was happy with his giant jewel that he didn't even notice me. The day has been so weird that I just had to tell someone about it. Null correctly concludes this guy's a thief. Shouldn't we tell someone about him? Remus tells Nash we don't have time. The longer we stay here, the bigger lead Dross gets with our diamond. So you're right. Maybe that isn't Brett. It's just another Brett. Like maybe all these guys are the Brett-coded guys are asshole thieves.
The Guild of Brett?
Yeah, the Guild of Brett. A member of the Guild of Brett. On PSP, his line was changed. I was thinking about swiping Dross's loot, but I've never been able to catch him while he was out. I even figured his hideout is in the depths of these sewers. Null wants to put him under... He calls him Clyde. Null wants to put Clyde under citizen's arrest. Remus gets his back on track with Dross.
And Clyde is Brett.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's Brett.
Fucking shit. From what I can tell, Dross has a hideout up ahead, or down below, I should say, but these sewers are infested with monsters, and I've never had the guts to try and find it. On Sega CD, Brett is still here, but all he says is Dross's hiding place is somewhere down here. Finally, we enter the sewers. Music, mysterious cave plays.
Yeah, our sewer is a mysterious cave.
Absolutely.
I think they are.
And our time to sewers is what do you got? 15-something? 20-something?
12 podcasts.
This song, I thought, played for every dungeon in this game.
Yeah, it does seem like a generic dungeon song, but I think they deploy a couple other ones too.
These sewers have a haze filter. I think the same one from the Weird Woods.
Is it like
the shit floating across the screen?
The vision of smell?
Yeah, VOS.
Yeah. There's a guy down here, like a guard guy, red-haired guy, who says that a lot of citizens have reported strange noises coming from the sewers, so Master Mel sent him down here to investigate. But he's afraid to go any deeper in the sewers alone. Whatever's down there might devour him, he thinks. He says, I can't run out of here or Mel will beat me senseless, but there's no way I'm taking another step into this hellhole.
On Sega CD, he says this place is overrun with monsters that ordinary weapons can't touch. Null comments on Nash's absence, suggesting we should probably go get Nash.
But we don't.
We do not. The gimmick of this sewer is like a button extending bridge type thing where you go and explore places, hit a button, extend a bridge, go back, see where the bridge was, make progress.
Yeah, it's enough to activate your puzzle brain, but it's not too complicated.
It's perfunctory.
Yes.
And of course, there's going to be like bridges that only lead to items, bridges that take you nowhere, stuff like that.
Classic JRPG type of stuff.
Do you want to fight some enemies?
Let's fight some enemies. Play the music. Now, we talked to an NPC earlier on in Meribia, maybe the first NPC in Meribia, who was talking about how this smell of the sewers is luring all these foul beasts. And we wondered whether these beasts were either born from shit or lured by shit.
Yes, it was a great question.
So let's go through each one of them individually, okay?
Born from shit or lured by, all right.
Yes, first one is ammonia, right? It's like a fucking shellfish kind of thing.
Green shrimp body, bloody tentacles, bone helmet. In my imagination, it should be wearing sunglasses.
Yeah, I think that's lured by shit.
I think so too.
Yeah,
a shit devourer.
Yeah.
Does a spinning attack that sucks. It hits everybody.
Mm-hmm. Next, I have the fatal hopper.
Blue angelfish with golden fins and matching golden eyes.
Yeah. I'm going to go with lured by shit for that one too.
Totally. This thing's a swimmer.
Yeah, yeah. Next, I have evil wisp.
Flaming blue monster balls.
Yeah, and that's
made from shit. Somebody shit that thing out.
Yeah, that's born from shit. Like if you conglomerate enough shit in the same spot and mix it with like magic remnants of all the magic that's going on. That, like, whenever someone's taking a shit and they're like trying to do some magic on the toilet, or in the hole in the ground or whatever, there's some remnants and it goes down in the hole into the sewers.
Okay,
and then it mixes with the shit. And then an evil wisp is born.
Okay, I got hung up on trying to do magic while taking a shit, but I guess if you don't have a book or a telephone...
Yeah, they don't have a book or a telephone, so
right.
they're just trying to light a fire or conjure some toilet paper.
Conjure a toilet, yeah.
Or maybe they use water magic as a bidet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Clean their assholes.
That's it.
And all those like magic has to create some sort of exhaust, I think.
Right, there's the Newtonian matter cannot be created or destroyed, simply rearranged in different molecules.
Yes, in this case, it's being rearranged into a shit demon.
That's right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Finally, we've got the grog snake.
Slug toads, white bellies, red skin, breathes mist.
Now, I'm going to go with it is lured by shit, but also these things must breed in shit.
Yes, this thing is like both. A symbiotic relationship with turd shit.
Yes, so this actually falls under both categories. Okay. I'm playing the original PlayStation version. I had to flee the sewers like a coward many times.
Oh, yeah, I grinded here. I went to that statue, leveled up, all that stuff.
Yeah, so eventually I was able to power my way through. It did require me to run away from some battles, but eventually we connect back with our... Anything else before?
I counted 9 mandatory enemies I had to fight to get to Dross after that goddess statue and stuff. I also wanted to mention that there's a point where I think the magical hoppers are jumping over bridges that you have to navigate down, and you can risk getting into more battles with those.
Yeah, good call.
And then you find that door that leads to an even more fucked part of the sewers where the haze is even thicker.
Thick haze.
Dross is down here and he looks dirty. We corner his ass and Null demands the thief give back our diamond. Dross backs away to the ledge and looks around in a panic. He says, I don't know how you kids found me, but it doesn't matter because you won't be around long enough to find your way back down. Here, boy, that's it. Over here. In PSP, that line was changed to, come forth, my pet, it's feeding time.
Come forth, my pet. Okay.
A dragon pops out of the water next to us, and Remus can't believe that shit. On PSP, it doesn't pop out of that water. It swims in from the left side of the screen. Dross loves it. Surprise, kids, I'm pretty amazed myself. I never knew my little pet would grow so quickly down here, or that he'd come in handy for getting rid of annoyances like you. Then what was the purpose of it?
The purpose of...
Yeah, why does he have a pet down here that he's feeding shit to...
Well, I mean, his pet is probably eating the shit monsters and then growing fast, and he probably keeps it down here so that he can, whenever he has a deal that goes wrong, he can feed them.
Yeah, okay, so this has been eating humans, too, at some point.
Yes, this is how he disappears people.
Null arches his back, warning Alex that Dross's pet looks hungry. Music, stand, and fight plays, and we're facing the gosh dang water dragon.
Yes.
Chris, is this the water dragon or a water dragon?
Ooh, I think it's the water dragon.
Yeah, this isn't like one of the dragons we seek for our Dragon Quest.
Oh, then you're right. It is a water dragon.
Yeah.
Good point, yeah. Is there a water dragon?
Those are color-based dragons.
Quark is the white dragon, and he's the ice dragon, and ice is water, so this guy's just like, he's just some fucking chump.
Well, then what's the blue dragon?
Water.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I'm curious to find out, because is there a blue dragon in this game?
Yeah, Miss Walker made it.
I don't remember what colors they said. Anyway, it's fine. 4 heroes, 4 dragons.
There's a song called Blue Dragon, so I assume there must be a blue dragon.
Okay.
On PSP, the water dragon has a spiked collar around its neck and a red bow tied around its back.
A boat?
Like a bow.
Oh.
Like someone tied a bow around it, like when they make dogs cute.
That's kind of funny. I kind of like the way, or I don't kind of, I really like the way this thing looks in the PlayStation version.
Pretty good.
It is, like, it reminds me of, like, my favorite 8-bit thing back in the day was the giant dragon in Mega Man 2, Dr. Wily's stage.
Oh, of course. Iconic.
That thing looks so cool.
Dr. Wily's.
And I was always just kind of obsessed with how big and detailed that thing was. And this thing is also big and detailed in a very sort of, RPG crunchy way. And I think it has a good look to it.
I would never get a tattoo because I don't care about anything that much. But if you gun to my head, like the thing from Mega Man 2 is on the list.
That's a pretty good one.
It's not bad.
I'll take it on a shirt or a hat.
You wouldn't take a Cosmic Kiryu back tattoo for the whole fucking...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. Fight this thing?
Yeah, it's got a move called Fire Press that sucks.
It does. It will open its jaws slightly, and then it will prepare to bite just one character, which could deliver poison damage. But as you said, Fire Press, when there's some small flames streaming from its mouth, means that he is preparing a Fire Press, and that does pretty significant damage. But given our lack of characters that have any meaningful skills in this battle, namely Remus, the main strategy here is to use Vigor on yourself, Fortify, Cascade Song on Alex, do sword dances, keep your people healed with Luna, and then just poke it with a bow with Remus, who doesn't do that much damage.
I was going to say, that was the fuck of my life, is I didn't give Remus... He had a sword, so I reset my game and got him a bow, and Remus does 11 damage with the bow.
It's not...
So it's like, what was the point of that?
It's not worth it.
Remus, you're fucking useless.
It might save you one turn, which in some cases, one turn might actually, be pretty good.
The Sega CD version, the water dragon feels like a random battle, or maybe it happens at a set point in the dungeon. There's no confrontation with Dross first. That shit just happens. Boss Theme 1 plays. And then Remus even calls it as the battle starts, telling Alex to get ready. We're fighting a water dragon.
Oh.
And then my guy still breathes fire at Alex, but Alex also now can set the dragon on fire with his own magic.
Oh, okay.
So the water dragon is setting us on fire, and we're also setting the water dragon on fire.
Yeah, this is defying the laws of physics.
Yeah. It's like poetry. It rhymes.
Yeah.
After the battle, music mysterious cave resumes, and Dross can't believe this shit. Hey, you kids are getting dangerously close to invading my personal space. Our party then rushes at Dross and says, okay, this is all the money that I have. Take it. It's yours. On PSP, Dross shuffles around nervously, but no one in our party physically moves closer to threaten him. Dross gives us how much?
500 silvers.
I also got that. Remus points out that we're owed even more than that. He says, hey, I have an idea. You own your shop, don't you? Ross is like, yeah, but doesn't understand why Remus is asking. I do, because I played this game 25 years ago. Remus continues, because now I own a Dross in exchange for the diamond. It's a fair deal, right? Dross assumes this means he'll be leaving with the diamond. I hope these children kill Dross and leave his body to rot in the sewer. Instead, Remus asks, what do you mean? I sold the diamond to the shop. And since I own the shop, I own the diamond. If you don't agree with my logic, we can keep you down here until you realize how much it makes sense.
Now, if this is great. Remus is strong-arming Dross here.
It's pretty assertive.
And this, like in a land of laws and cops, this I think would be illegal.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You can't really do that. Dross also committed a crime.
Yeah, so we're just fighting crime with crime.
But there are no laws or cops, and I think Remus knows this, right? And we're friends with Mel, too, so Mel is the law, right?
Mel will take our side.
Yes. Is Mel basically his own Judge Dredd and governor?
We can call Mel Judge Dredd, sure.
Okay, so anyway, Remus owns the store, he owns the diamond. It's beautiful.
Immediately after Remus says that, it says God, Dragon, Diamond.
Mm-hmm.
Mel is impressed and begins once more to speak like a character in a 90s kids film.
Yeah.
Remus, I know you've never heard these words before, so I'll be gentle. You are the man.
You're the man now, dog.
Finding Forrester.
Yes.
Were you ever told that you were the man by someone when, after you hit a home run in a baseball game?
Never hit a home run in a baseball game.
Me neither. I got a base hit.
Got a couple base hits.
Got a triple once. How about that?
Don't know if
I was the man then, dog.
I did hit a last-second shot in a basketball game to win the game.
That's the ultimate. That's to win the game? Man.
It was tied, but still, avoided the OT.
That was important. You have the memory forever now.
So that season, I think it was 6th grade, I hit 3 buzzer shots in the same season, and 2 got waved off. One, they said I didn't get it off in time, and the other one, they said I traveled.
You know what's fucked up? You were in 6th grade?
Yeah.
I was in 5th grade and I played basketball. We could have played each other since we were both in the Catholic school system.
Probably did.
We probably played each other.
I know who I hit the shot against, the buzzer shot, who I hit that against.
I don't think it was I would remember somebody doing that shit.
Yeah, no, it was well, the school had multiple teams, and there was a tournament, and we faced each other it was a Christmas tournament, and so my school played my school, and that's who I hit the buzzer shot. I hit a buzzer shot against my fucking own classmates. It was
Hell
great.
Yeah, that's good. Hopefully they were your bullies, and you assumed dominance over them like Remus did with the Dross in this video game Lunar.
Yes, I guess. I don't know.
Dross can't believe... Excellent story, Chris.
Thanks.
Dross can't believe this shit, but Remus remains a sympathetic human. Because I think everyone deserves a second chance, Dross. I'll give you a job, but if I ever catch you trying to scam someone again, you are so fired. In the 90s, I feel like I Am So Fired was in at least 1,000 movies.
Had to be.
Dross employs the Brett defense. Thank you so much. I'm turning over a new leaf. Nothing but honest work for me from now on. I'll return to your shop and start waxing the floors. Dross exits stage left, but Remus explains his reasoning. I know I can't trust him, but he can teach me all he knows about business. Then I'll fire him.
That's pretty ruthless.
Yeah, Remus is already becoming a ruthless capitalist.
Yes.
Null says, Remus, you're totally ruthless. You're going to be a great businessman, which is an acknowledgement that you have to be ruthless to become a great businessman.
I don't think that's necessarily true.
It is in this world. In Hell Mel's Meribia.
I don't know. Oh, in this world. Okay, I mean in this world.
In Hell Mel's Meribia.
Gotcha. Sorry.
Luna is proud of Remus too, and she wants to get out of here and take a look at his new store. It is weird that Luna's like, yeah, fuck this asshole.
Yeah.
Pure Luna. The gang moves to walk away, but Remus is slow to exit, and all wonders if Remus is starting to like it down here, and Remus hesitates. Alex, forget it. Remus then tells Alex, you can keep my half of the money, Alex. Having the shop is more than enough. The gang makes a beeline to the exit, but the setting and scene linger on. Royce teleports in, looks around, and then says, oh yes, there's no doubt about it now, is there? She is the one.
Oh no, you never want to be the one in your party unless you're the one. There's only room for one the one.
Yeah,
and
you can only be one of one.
Alex is the one because he's got the green eyes. Luna's also the one because she's got the magic song.
Mm-hmm.
Can't have two the ones in one party. Somebody's going to get fucking jacked soon.
I think so. We're approaching a Jack incident.
Jack 2.
As always, we have to walk out of the whole dang dungeon.
Yep.
And you'd think we were going to leave the sewers in this episode. But on Sega CD, there's quite a bit more we'll get to next time.
Oh, great. Comprehensive podcast. Moving right along. But first, we'll move on to the real net.
Initializing real net.
Hi, real net. So you wanted to leave the sewers this episode? Well,
I won't let you.
Finally, a contextually appropriate time.
yeah, but I had to manufacture it, unfortunately. All right. WP says, when is Analog going to release on FPGA PS1?
I'm surprised they made an N64. I thought that they had pushed up against the limits of the cycle accuracy that they don't call it emulation, but it's more like it's not, I don't know. I can't believe they made a Turbo Duo.
I didn't even know they did that.
Yeah.
Cuddle Puddle says, my mom went to high school with The Rock.
That's awesome.
That's pretty good. I didn't go to high school with any of The Rock caliber people. Eric Fernandez says, they're like the wizards from Harry Potter where they shit their pants, then magic the shit away. I don't know if that's true or not, but sure.
What? It's going to leave a stain still.
Well, I guess there's a stain removal magical spell.
Or they just take really dry.
You undo your pants, but not undo your pants.
What?
Like undo, like from a
edit it. You control Z.
You control Z your pants. Yes.
Control Z your pants.
John Doe says, if I had a nickel for every time I've had to sneak into a Catman's mansion as part of a JRPG adventure, I'd have 2 nickels, but then it's still weird that it happened twice.
Nickels are the best coin to like hand flick, I think, because people use pennies a lot, but I don't think pennies have the weight to do real damage.
Yeah.
So nickels can get the job done.
John Doe says, Mel is a job creator. It's a classic trickle-down economics. Dude's single-handedly supporting the entire Merbian economy by hiring half the town to work at his impractically giant house. That is
It's a good scam, Chris.
Yes. Pretty good. Hell Mel says...
The real net poster, not the...
Yes. Fun fact, did you know that in Canada, Transformers Beast Wars was called Beasties?
Wow. That's so much less threatening.
Pretty good. Hellmel also says that Neanderthal DNA is present in modern human DNA, especially in Europe.
So we did mix.
Yes, we did it. Congratulations. Thought I was going to get out of that conversation. Rolled Earth says, oh, the outtakes of that line are going to be wild. I'm sure they were.
Find out in the outtakes.
John Doe says, Mel is the former big bad rascal of Meribia.
Oh man, the Big Bad Rascal. That's a sick Balam Final Fantasy VIII reference.
Yes. Big Bad Rascal did well in the Final Fantasy VIII character tournament, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
Couple rounds. Should have rigged it so Big Bad Rascal got to the finals.
You know, if we do 20 seasons of this, we can have a tournament of champions. A true tournament of champions.
A true tournament of champions. Wow, that'd be pretty good. Eric Verdun says, who needs cops when the mayor will who needs cops when the mayor will personally extrajudiciously kill people? God damn it.
We had a cop in our state who executed a judge recently.
Really?
You didn't hear about that?
The courthouse?
Yeah, the sheriff killed the judge in his office. Shot him in a corner.
I think I didn't realize that the shooter was a sheriff.
Yeah.
Somebody should have shot the sheriff.
Not the deputy.
Neat says, at my worst, I had ADHD between like 3 books when a particular page in one lost my attention for the moment. I kind of do that with video games lately. Like when I haven't found anything to like completely suck me in, I'm just like rotating between like 3 or 4 games that I'm just fiddling around with.
Something that'll suck you off temporarily until you get sucked into something else.
Yeah. I've been playing that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splintered Fate. It is Ninja Turtles Hades. It's Ninja Turtles Hades.
That came out? That's real?
It's been on Apple Arcade for a long time.
Oh, you said Apple Arcade. Okay.
And
you mean it's on a console or a PC?
It came out for Switch a few months ago and it came for PC last week. It's pretty good. I mean, it's not as good as Hades, but it's a good one of those. And it has Ninja Turtles.
I think, and this is really saying something, because there's been some good Turtles games, but Turtles may have Apex or Shredder's Revenge.
There's a possibility this game could be better.
Even the music?
The music's pretty good, but not, you're right. I mean, there's not as much. I think it's just good to be able to play Hades multiplayer. Because me and the kids play it.
Oh, okay, sure.
Like, playing Hades like game multiplayer is kind of fun.
Well, if you like arena bashers, can I interest your children in the Smash TV?
I played Smash TV in the arcade recently at the Breck Bar. Smash TV is kind of violent. It's pretty good, though. John Doe says Null has been to LA confirmed. Yeah, here you go. John Doe answered my question when I was trying to figure out if that South Central joke was racist or not.
Yeah.
John Doe says, if you're trying to figure out if a joke is racist, spoiler alert, it is.
It is, yeah.
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 You're right. Because they didn't say Salt Lake City. They said South Central.
Salt Lake City is not in California.
I know, but Salt Lake City has a lot of white people in it.
Yeah, they're Mormons.
I know. They specifically set a place where black people live.
Oh, I see what you mean. Gotcha.
John Doe says, this game feels like opening up a time capsule made by people whose definition of culture consists of entirely of shit like where's the beef?
Yeah.
The most accurate possible way the remake could deal with this is relocalizing the script using nothing but current internet memes that will be dated the instant it comes out.
Yeah, it'll age even faster.
I will throw this shit out of the window.
We're going to keep arguing if this is good or bad or helps the game, but it really does establish a tone and character that, like, every game has this tone now, but I think, like, the only game that maybe even talked like you did was, Earthbound, and that was a completely different approach.
Yeah, it's been a while since I played Earthbound, but like Earthbound had the same, to my recollection, had the same quality of writing as like a lot of Nintendo localized games do, where it's real like cheeky and punchy without being
crass and
without being
puerile.
Yeah, without going overboard. I've always thought the writing in a lot of those games was pretty good. Neat says Magic Emperor Johnson. There you go.
Similar ring.
Hellmel says, is Brett the Big Joe of this game? It's possible.
Yeah, I wish Brett continued, but no.
All right, RealNet, thank you for joining us on this fine episode of Retrograde Amnesia. We'll see you next time. This episode has been a production of Retrograde Amnesia, recorded on November 13th, 2024. Thanks, Mark, for the introductory music.
Hey, no problem, but later, can you come over and show me how to get the minus worlds on Mario?
And thank you, Steph, for the podcast artwork.
Thank you to Super Hero Gaming for the Silver Star Harmony footage and to Nintendo Complete for the Sega CD footage.
Email podcast@retrogradeamnesia.com or find us on Twitter, YouTube, and of course on Patreon at patreon.com/retroam. Get early access, bonus episodes, miniseries, and more. Go to patreon.com/retroam. Don't go to Twitter, actually. Don't go there.
I deleted it from my phone.
We're not going to post on Twitter very much anymore at all. So we have a Bluesky account.
Yeah, do you have the password for that?
No, we'll figure it out.
Okay.
All right. Until next time.
Have a big dream.
And now, you may figure out what you are the emperor of.
Yeah, I was thinking about, I don't really have the urge to post anything anymore, but if I do, I was going to post it to the Retrograde Bluesky account.
Many working designs games and other things, but we also discovered this weird, it's not on there because the music didn't work, or the game didn't work, but we found a weird Dragon Ball Z game, which introduced me via one of the RealNet members, I think it was Shazner, who was telling me about FMV fighting games.
Yeah.
And I started looking at videos of FMV fighting games. And there is some wild shit out there.
FMV gets a lot of hate for the mostly bad Sega CD games, but stuff like Road Avengers, stuff like Wirehead, stuff like Time Gal.
Yes. So I think at some point we're going to have to take a look at these games because they look insane.
Yeah, we'll try to make, are these FMV fighting games for TurboGrafx or for something else?
Research needed.
All right, cool. Coming soon, one day.
Coming soon, one day. We have a lot of ideas and less time to execute. I get cocky because I was able to catch, we can't explore or the but I don't know. I still we got that guy already.
My next thing was Dross's shop for that story.
It seems like we've got a fool in here. Oh, I already said that.
I don't think they do. They're really like.
Yeah, I do. Sorry, I'm looking. I was unprepared. Wait, that's not the right thing. Forgot about. I don't know if Mel. Yeah, Mel.
Null's impressed and begins once more to speak like a character in a 90s kids film. That sentence fucked up. Is going to go to the sewers later in this game.
What? Huh? Did you ask me a question?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I hear.
What do you think I just said?
You were talking about the layout of the room.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I mentioned there is a door that goes to the sewers later in this game.
Yes,
I heard you should pay attention to that because there's a secret item you can get in there.
Yes, it's a fortune ring.
Okay.
Spoilers. Sorry. All right.
It's okay. Go. Remember, anytime anything happens, stuff happens.
Yeah,
but it's okay. I got most of it.
I've learned this after the fact. I've had this part done for quite a while. Let me see if there's anything else in the strategy guide about this.
I have one more thing if there isn't.
No, go ahead. All right, RealNet. Okay. All right, RealNet.
Fuck it, let's go to the sewers behind Dross's shop. Are we doing that?
The right-wingers believe that as long as any country has nuclear weapons, they must have them as well. That is why they will never be in favor of the total elimination of nuclear weapons. And with each new country that acquires nuclear capabilities, the need for maintaining the counter-strike threat increases. As long as the nuclear deterrent policy continues, we will never be rid of nuclear weapons.
You're right.
Playtime's